Ready to run. No sign of any red light, but they're off. He dispatched them. Rigatoni from the inside, first of them away. Artie's Eclipse had jumped out very quickly and is attacking for the lead over Eternal Wine. Coming across Mandible Magic, dropping out last, but in a compact affair. She's Capitana found itself back at the rear of the field. Artie's Eclipse presses on. 650 to go and leads the way when they settle down from Mandible Magic. Rigatoni down on the inside next, ahead of the favourite Eternal Wine. And 2 lengths behind those, She's Capitana. At the 400 now, they reach the corner. Artie's Eclipse about to be joined by Mandible Magic, but Artie's Eclipse, given a bit of rain, gets a length or so in front of Mandible Magic. Eternal Wine with Parnham sitting there as quietly as a church mouse, looms alongside very quickly. Back on the fence, Rigatoni. She's Capitana running on. 120 to go, and Eternal Wine led more than a length. She's Capitana, Artie's Eclipse, and the favourite Will Salute. Eternal Wine, too good for them, beat She's Capitana. Artie's Eclipse finished in third placing. Rigatoni fourth home. Mandible Magic gave up without much of a fight at all and is back their last of the 5 runners home. Eternal Wine wins the opening event for the day. Chris Parnham, the Playing God filly, she was able to drop into 4th spot in that small field of just 5, and he sat there for as long as he needed to, then release the brake, and away she was able to go and win well. Eternal Wine first home in the opening event on the card, beating She's Capitana and Artie's Eclipse. Rigatoni back there in 4th placing. Mandible Magic did absolutely 0. Disappointing run. Eternal Wine is by Playing God from Drink What You Like for Pete Caporaro, and a host of other connections that are involved with this particular filly. It's a 3rd win from 7, trained in the southwest by Michael Lane. Chris Parnham there, he gave her a cosy ride and only livened her up in the last furlong to win it well. The Sessions filly, She's Capitana, 2nd out of Shingmu for Oakland Park, and Beard Holdings, Adam Durant, Willie Pike, and 3rd Artie's Eclipse by Flying Artie out of Saturia, David and Ava Catarino. Margins 1 1/4 by 2. There is no time to hand just yet. 1, 3, 4, 5 the placings. Race number 2. The share bets with Tab Touch Bet Loop Maiden over the 1,000 metres. The next to 2:44, and there are no changes. Back to Jockey we go in the yard after the opening event for the day, and a great start for favourite backers.
That it was, Darren. Eternal Wine wins the opener and gets the job done back in grade here this afternoon. Michael Lane joins me now. Laney, congratulations on the win. She looks like a more than handy filly on your hands.
Yeah, I think she's a progressive horse, that's for sure. Yeah.
What did you make of the last start effort? She was at 1,200 metres, but you made the decision to come back to the 1,000 today.
Yeah, we actually nominated for 2 races at that particular meeting, or I think it was one on the day before or something, and we chose to go the 12. But yeah, all the things aside, we think she looks like a 1,000-metre horse. So yeah, and probably she looks that way at the moment.
You've been the man that have been training 2 mares that have been absolutely flying over the 1,000-metre journey in Santa Nova and Haida Gwaii. Could this filly, does she have Saturday ability in time?
Well, I think she's probably showing more than them at the same time, to be quite honest. So, and she's a big, strong girl. So, and she's pretty simple. She's got a great attitude and everything to go with it. So there's no reason why she can't.
Looking forward to seeing Redback fly back at the races on Saturday. What did you make of his effort in the Bunbury Cup at 2,000?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether he gets the 2,000. He got knocked around a bit, the big fella, and he didn't like it. So we've come back in distance, and we'll see where we stand after Saturday.
Nice day here. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Lockie.
There's Michael Lane for the win of Eternal Wine. 1 runner, 1 winner for Laney. Great trip up from Bunbury. But here's Chris Parnham catching up with Riley.
Yeah, he's having a good time of it at the moment, is Michael Lane, and so is Chris Parnham, who's in some very good form in the saddle. And it was a pretty easy win today for Eternal Wine. It had a lovely run in the small field. Chris, congratulations on the win. When we did catch up post her win at Bunbury a couple of starts ago, you touched on the fact that you think at this stage of her career she's probably at her best and her most effective over the 1,000 metres, and dropping back in distance, she showed that once again today.
Yeah, she certainly did. Yeah, I think she's got her fair share of ability. She's bred quite well out of a very fast mare, so you know, like, she's just, from what she's shown to date, she's just a bit more dynamic at the 1,000.
Why is that, do you think? Why do you think we haven't been able to see her as dynamic late in her races over 1,200 metres? Is it a case of perhaps immaturity, given she is still pretty early in her career?
Yeah, look, I'm not saying she won't get 1,200 later on down the track, but she's obviously thrown to the mum side a bit. Like, she was obviously very fast, and Playing God's obviously can get out a little bit further, but yeah, definitely a bit more like mum.
You jump aboard Jolson Owl on debut for the Caseys in race 2 on the program here today, who you have trialled leading into his debut as well. What did you make of his trial performance leading into today?
Yeah, quite good. I think he's going to be suited by the 1,000 metres as well. Like his trial was quite good. He was quite sharp. So yeah, expecting a forward showing.
Best of luck in the next, and well done here.
Thank you.
There's Chris Parnham. He's on the board nice and early. He combines with Michael Lane and Eternal Wine to take out the Swan Draft Handicap here at Belmont Park.